Hello my lovely spectators, Didi here, welcome to my studio. So, I am gonna make some stuff. How's everybody been? So, I need to get myself back into the swing of things, so, I am just taking out things from the bag, from the crop this weekend, and I am just saying, what can I put together? So, yesterday's video showed you the makes that I did. One of the lovely ladies over there didn't feel this was her jam, so she passed it on to me because I was talking about how much I love me some green. So I have this piece of paper we're going to try to incorporate. And then in my bag, I had these cards, which I had used quite a bunch of them. So this was the Staples cardstock that I was talking about, 65-pound beige. See, I had printed something on the back of it, but I love the modeled look of it. And this was the Strathmore Tone Blue Mixed Media paper. It's 184 pounds. So these are my, going into my storage, into my, what are my favorites or whatever you want to call it. Like, how do I know what it is that I've purchased before and that I've liked? So, the other paper there, the black and the pink and the craft are all from Recollections, so nothing too dramatic or special there. So I'm gonna play with some of these. I think I want to prep them with some of this. I have this is a cut, of course, a Timu. I made a little bit of a dent, pieces here and there, but it's a bunch of paper that looks like vintage ephemera, receipts, etc., etc. So I'm going to probably take some of that, cut it down or whatever the case is, and apply it to one of the colors. I also was trying to play with the birds the day that I was there, and I was just having a really hard time getting myself to cut into a page. Now, I'm not opposed to tearing up a book. Like I'm showing you cracking a spine. This is not a sewed-in kind of book. It's a glued-in book, so I can easily take a page out for the most part. It'll have a ragged edge. I just was like, where do I fussy cut? I just got I was a loss. I was at a loss for how to separate the images to something that would make sense. I wanted to tear them so that they would be raggedy edged, that's the look that I kind of like and stuff. I've been just seeing this and I do like this as well. Very interesting, but you got to pick one side or the other, and I think the birds are more, I guess, the valuable commodity, even though I have this whole book of them. Just in case you're wondering, this is a guide to field identification birds of North America. Chandler S. Robbins, Bertel Bruin, Herbert S. Zim, and the illustrator is Arthur Singer. Arthur Singer. Don't know how to read. And it was from, what year is this one? This is actually 1966. So, wow, 60 years old. Anyway, so yeah, lovely birds, lovely compilation, but like, how do I, like I can do large tags and just put the whole entire thing on a tag, and I think that's probably going to be the route that I'm going to go for quite a number of them, especially those that feel like they can't be picked apart from each other too easily, and that seems to be a lot of them. Like, maybe I could scooch around here and get a little bit of this. So I don't know if we're going to incorporate any of them into here, but it's just one of the things that I was playing with at the crop, or was intimidated about playing with at the crop. So any suggestions, guys, let me know. Love to know. I also just got this one in the mail, with all the little buggies, right, and stuff. So you have like smaller sections to be able to pull apart and isolate. So I'm a little more comfortable with this, but not doing anything with bugs right now. So what I have to work with is the cards. So I have black, I have blush, I have the craft, and some more of the blue. I also have some of these doilies, which, we have a local craft shop. I've mentioned them before. And these guys are not the cheapest thing, but she was having a 25% off. And you know, I want to want to shop local, you know, to kind of help as well in that respect. The mom and pop places, even the big places. I mean, look, AC Moore's gone, Joann's, and they're gone. You know, rents are high and people are gouging other people. And so I picked these up because, you know, they're cute and they're colorful. So maybe I'll incorporate some doilies. I have a few different colors here. So brown, purple, and some black. That's an option to kind of just do some layering and in waiting for a focal point, right? Some journal cards. I also have the cute little pins, safety mini paper clips, which also pricey, but why not? Why not? Okay. And then these things, which I showed you guys, I purchased a bunch of these, and you know, trying to play with them, it was interesting. These are interesting, more interesting to me than the ones that are necessarily handwritten. I don't know the language that they're translating from or what they were trying to learn, but you know, they're basically just index cards. So you win some, you lose some. It was just something else to have in the stash that I didn't have to make in Distressed. So maybe we will do something with that. I don't know. But right now, let's just grab, oh, and I have coffee dyed receipt strip paper. So right now, let's see. Gotta do it as a mass make. So let's pull out a few things. So let's do 1, whoosh, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, can't count. 4, 5, 6. That means I have a video ready to be uploaded. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's play with the black today. I think I'd love to have some black. You see the black here and there in text and fonts and stuff like that. But as a base, it can be very difficult to manage because, you know, you can't really write on it. So you do have to prep. So I think I'm going to add a little piece of this in the back as the writing area, and then we will decorate the front. And I also think that I want to include, I want to put an eyelet in here. So it's a journal card, but I want to have an eyelet up in this corner, and I'm still going to keep the square shape, if that makes sense. So we need to grab the crocodile to do that. Where she be? Here she is. Okay, so we're gonna see how aggressive or how much power she has. So we're gonna do the large size. She does seem to fit. Where did I tack down this corner and then I go to the wrong corner. So let's see here. Let's line her up with the edge, and it's about 1/4 inch in. Oh, powerhouse player. Yep, she went through all of that. Very nice. Nice. Okay, so we just need to clean out the little hole that doesn't automatically clean out. And we're just going to do some really basic eyelets, nothing too fancy. So let me grab some of those. I know, you're like, she's putting the eyelet on now. Yes, I am. That's exactly what I'm going to do. If I can find the eyelet bin. So I have been organizing eyelets into this kind of thing so that they're all in one spot, because I had little containers here, there. These are still in here. I'm on the fence with them because they came from the dollar store. They don't stay, they're not screwed on. But these are so small that I'm just like, this lays flat. Nothing's gonna slide around, I was having an issue with some of my. Anyway, long story boring. I'm gonna just put some eyelets in here, and let's just grab. Let's go with these guys here, which is this little antique gold or bronze. I'm not even sure. So let's just grab 10 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 4, 6. Oh, jeez. Oh, they have washers too. We're going to grab some washers as well. I tend to get lazy about putting the washers, but they do help the look and feel. So let's incorporate the washers and be good about it. So let me see, can you see my finger? Because I can't see the thing. I have to have you high enough. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, and 10. We're going to make 10. Prep 10 little cards. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10 little washers. And we should be good. We'll put the rest of these away. Now this is not the only one I have. I have a whole other one with the actual We Are Memory Keepers. And then I keep finding eyelets. Like, why am I buying so many eyelets? I was talking to friends, and I was just like, what is wrong with all of us? We just buy, and it just becomes a thing. Okay, so we're gonna put the eyelet in. Okay, I'm gonna put it on the post. I'm gonna turn it over for a minute. No, can't do that. Okay, we're trying to figure out how to do this easiest. Put the eyelet on the post. Okay, yeah, this is not, you know what it is, they're not for this exact size, but they're gonna work. Okay, let's do this. Now the only thing I'm not sure about is how do you put the washer in. Washer with the rounded side down or the rounded-ish side up. So we will shall see in a minute. There we go. Okay, oh, interesting, look how that looks. It's cool. Okay, so we're just gonna put a bunch of eyelets in, and then we're gonna do the back. We're gonna add the paper. Maybe we'll put some doily, and then we're gonna put some of this as the base on the front, and we're gonna just, you know, have some fun, just making little journal things. And I was talking about having to organize my ephemera, and that's still in the back of my brain. When I actually do it and I have my system in place and everything is put away as it should be, I will show you guys. Not as a full video, just like as a little aside. Unless I want to do another like intensive finding my floor, because I do have a lot of dies that have come in and more stamps. So I showed you my stamp system using a binder and whatnot. And I was talking to some friends and I was explaining to them my logical reasoning as to why I did it the way that I did it, because, you know, we can have hundreds and hundreds of stamps. It sounds crazy, but it is a possibility. And so, but anyway, but now I'm finding like Temu dies are becoming a thing. Oh, I did not like the way that sounded at all. Okay, did not sound nice. Did you hear that? Okay. I'm getting nervous now. Okay. This one is upside down. This is the right side up. Maybe I should try it upside down. I haven't done that yet to see what the difference is. Okay. What was blocking? I don't know what was blocking me from getting that done. Okay, that did nicely. Did the same thing. It's not really doing anything dramatic. Okay. I don't know why that sounded like it did before, but it is what it is. So, yes. So, get the eyelet in, get the little round thing into the post before you press. Make sure it sit there. So you halfway press. And then you full press. You should have a lot of success, because I know people are saying that a lot of times the crocodile does not give us. Oh, see, this one didn't want to go too nicely. Okay. What happened there? All right, let's try this again. Can we push this on there? Okay, it's interesting. It's on there, but it won't flatten. So why is that? Let's see what happened here. I don't know. It's so weird. Okay, I mean, it's on there. It doesn't have a washer, and it kind of did this weird. Can you see? Like, I mean, it's not sharp. I mean, these are actually sharper feeling, if anything, than what this happened here. So, okay. So we have an extra little washer. Now, am I going to put the washer back inside the bin, or I'm just going to toss it into the trash because it's going to sit here? That's a question. That's a question, right? When do we stop saving every little thing? Okay, see, this one also squished it down a little bit oddly. It's on there, it doesn't scratch, looks okay from the front, don't understand why. All right, I don't know. Let me do one without the washer just to see. You know, yeah, that one's spread out completely. Interesting. All right, and then let's do one more again. We're gonna put the washer back on this again. It also could be that they don't go with each other because, you know, before I was saying that, oh, excuse my cough, that that little case, you know, doesn't allow for it to kind of run around all over the place because it's nice and flat. So if I go like this, they stay, right? I get these from Amazon. About $5 a case. I mean, it's not any different than if you go to Hobby Lobby, but I don't know if the Hobby Lobby has that flatness. The only thing I don't care for is that these guys, right? They're so easy to come out and they're not like wedged in there. So I'm kind of like on the fence of whether or not I want to take a hot glue gun. Once I know what's in here is going to stay in here. And also, do y'all keep these? Once you've used made a section a little bigger, and just drop a dollop of like hot glue to kind of keep them from moving. But that's another, that's an issue for another day. Okay, so we're not gonna worry about that right now. We've done our hardware, so our hardware is done and done. Excuse me. And now we're just gonna take this and it's gonna go on the back section. So I kind of just want to cut a few pieces. Let's see, is that a good height? Yeah, that's pretty good height. So we're going to cut about 10 pieces. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and one more is 10. Okay, so we're done with this. Look at all this. I have it. I just put it into a bowl, you see, and I haven't really gotten all of it. I didn't really get all of it deeply. Like some pieces were good on this side, and some have like a skunk effect, and I think it's cool. I unravel the bowl a little bit, you know, the roll, put it in a bowl, throw my coffee dyeing liquid, coffee on top of it, and then just let it do its thing. So yeah, that is cool. That is what I do. And that is how that happened. Okay. This one, I'm still on the fence with these guys. I've been trying to find a glue stick. I think I don't like these. We're gonna try again. So what we're gonna do is we're going to put glue along the whole back of this, top to bottom. Okay, and then I need to just turn this around to get this edge. So I got a good amount of glue. I also, like I've said it before, I think coffee dyed stuff just doesn't glue the same as regular stuff. So we're gonna kind of center that left to right, because we didn't cut those edges, and then top to bottom, we're just gonna, there. So now we have a little bit of space in the back of this card that we can have the recipient. Ooh, that looks like a face. The recipient of these can actually write on. So we're just gonna do all of the backs right here. Okay, so we'll speed this up.
Tags and pockets, flips and folds, washi tape and stories told. Paint and stamps begin to play. We craft the stress and doubt away. Yo, sono gli occhi stacked on a 26. con papel, con glue, con style. No perfection, just expression. Got our pages a confession. Don't sit back and watch the show. My lovely spectators, let's create.
Okay, so we have our 10 backs on here. As I was doing it, I was thinking I wanted to add a little something splatters or something or other. So I'm kind of thinking on that. Now on the front, I can add parts or a doily of some sort. That might be a little too stark. I can start with the doily. Then I was thinking, do I want to wrap it around? So I'm using the whole doily, and it'll encroach a little bit over here, but I don't know. I think I'm okay with that. So that's the only thing, right? Okay, I put it here. And then it's like there, so they just can go in random places. So I'm gonna pull out, let's see, I have 10, so let's do 1, 2, let's make sure, because these are really thin, but then I don't know, since I feel like I'm getting 2 of them. No, that's thin one, and this one I could feel, this one feels like 2. Okay. Yeah, there's 2 here. So we'll do 5 with purple and then maybe 5 with green, just because, why not? And I think I'm gonna add some splatters using those colors as well. So we've got 5 green ones. Let's grab 5 purple ones. So we're having a little bit of color today. We're not going to use the brown or the black. Let's throw them someplace. Let's throw them back in the bag from yesterday. Okay. And let's grab 5 purple ones. So let's see if I can get 5. Let's see here. 1, 2. There's 2 here. Yes. 3, 4. And we need 1 more, 5. Okay, so we've got 5 purple. And now we want to coordinate some of this paper to go underneath, I think, to add to that. And then we will go from there. So let's just hold these out for a second. And now let's go through here and find here, you got some purple on this page. 1, let's just take out 2, 3 different, oh, green, 3. Let's see, I'm just looking for the color to catch my eye. Right there. Yep, another green. Oops, stay there. Oh, we could do some purple with some pink, definitely. Let's not grab 2 at the same time. You know what? Well, it's already out. Let's just take that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do this. Did I get one of these? 6, 7. Let's see. Another pinkish 7. 8, like this. 9, and let's do this yellowy greeny one. I just passed it. Did I already take this one? No. Okay, so we got 10 of those, and put this one back too now. You know, so I'll keep making dents into it. Now what we're gonna do with this is we're going to have to kind of cut them down because they are rather long. Before I had done this and I had just used pieces of it, but I think I want to keep the height of this going, so we may need to rip them up to have the raggedy edge. So I'm just gonna do that. Like, I'm not even gonna look at it. I'm just gonna rip all 10 of them on this edge, and then I'm gonna look and be like, okay, I need to rip it about here. I'm guesstimating, right? If I need to rip it a little bit more, I will. Okay. And if they're twisted, and that's fine. Okay. So that's kind of fitting in there. All right. We're going to take a little bit off the top. Okay, because we need to. And then we're going to take a little bit off the bottom. And now we have our little pieces that we're going to be able to do the same thing and kind of just place in the front in order to add a little pop of color. So we can place this one in the front, and then what we can do is we can take the purple maybe and place that as well, and then wrap that around, and then it'll have a little bit of purple on this side, and that'll go like that. Now I'm still on the fence as to whether or not I wanted to add some color or something. So I think let's play with that idea. So what I want to do, I'm going to just turn over to the back side all of these guys, right? And grab some paint. And I have some paint not too far from me. Okay, stretchy. I've just been having them here. They've just been sitting here doing nothing. So I have some metallic green, some metallic purple. I've got this garnet color, obsidian that's metallic-y, and a ruby. So I think I'm gonna do black splatters just because they don't match exactly, and so I think the safe bet is that, and I don't want to introduce another color. So I had to take them all down to see which ones are which. Now, brushes. I need a brush, and all I need is something like this, a fan brush. I think I'm gonna get a smaller one like this in order to do my splattering. So all of this, my friends, is to the basura. Even though it can be used, you know what? It's actually going to go with the ones from yesterday. Stay with your brothers over there. And let's see if anybody says they want this. Hit me up. My email should be in the description. Okay. Now, I also am on the fence as to whether or not I want to hit these guys up also with some splatter, which I probably am. So we need a splatter box. So we're gonna just take a box that I received something in, and we're going to throw our bits and pieces in there. Okay, and again, space them out in this way. Perfect. This fits 10 cards. Lovely. All right, so we're gonna do that. And now we're gonna need to get this going. So I have some water. Where's my water? Here we go. Plain water in a bottle, or a sprayer. And I need a little something to hold it. And I know I had it, and I can't find it. I'm scouring around me looking for the little trays that I had. Okay, that's not gonna happen. So you know what? That's fine. I'm not gonna worry too much, because guess what? I have a mat, a media mat here. I'm just gonna put it here, put a little splodge. This is brand new, so oh, it's open. It doesn't have a seal. Okay. I'm gonna just do a little splotch on my mat. I don't know if you can see it or not. Let's see here. Yeah, I can see the shadow of my fingers. That's why I know that you can see that. So I'm just gonna put a little, like, what, a dime maybe, and then I'm gonna take the water, and this is just regular old deco art metallic acrylic paint. Nothing special. I think I ordered it from Michael's. I'm not even sure. So I'm just gonna add a bunch of water to that little spot right there. And we're gonna loosen up with the water until that little blobby hill is gone, and it looks all wet and whatnot. Okay, I'm gonna hit it one more time with 2 sprays. Yeah, see, that's how I like that to look. I don't know if you can tell. It drips. It doesn't drip. It drips a little bit when you do that. So all I want to do is go. So even though this is writing, you could still write around the black splotches. That's not an issue. Okay, beautiful. Okay, and I have plenty left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw our little doilies on top and get some splatters going on those guys as well. Okay, and so look at that, some mixed media. Oh, we're just gonna go like that, go like that, go like that. Okay, so if you're trying to do splatters and you're not getting, like, if you can't just simply dab your little pile of liquid and just go doo, 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 you need to water it down a little bit, because if you're struggling to get the paint to come off, that could be the problem. Okay, so since we don't want to waste not want not, and we do tend to want to ink, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna hit up a little bit. It's a little aggressive. Hopefully it's going to dry a little bit less aggressive, but we're just trying things, guys. We're just trying things. So this is my inking. I'm just gonna put everything in there. So we're just gonna bring the edge and just do that and go around it, and you know, it's like what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. So I've already got paint on my hand. I can feel it right there. So I'm gonna just wipe it. Okay, so now, oh, we actually see one that is sideways. Landscape, portrait, sideways, landscape, whatever. Okay, so, okay. I actually like the little featheriness that the brush is giving. It's something different, you know? And so we're just going to do that completely. And they're still going to have to dry, so I'm going to wind up putting you guys on pause for a minute. I know I have a heat gun someplace, but oh, it's probably under the ton of stuff that's next to me. Now, what will the focal points be for this? I don't know. Are we going to worry right now? No, we're not. Okay, so, whoop. Okay, just do that. There we go. I don't know. You tell me what do you think of this? I don't know. I've never done this before. I'm just winging it. It's winging it now, my channel, just winging it. We'll learn some stuff together. We'll try some stuff together. We'll just have some chill time together. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. There's that. Okay. My little dime size bottle of paint rather, is winding down, so that's good. Waste not, want not. Right, and so got a few more to do that too. Okay. Okay, so I didn't want to splatter this as well because that's a lot of splatter. So I want to have a little bit of a difference. So I went with doing this little bordering thing, just trying it to see how it would come out. And yeah, it's interesting. I find that interesting. Now, do we throw florals on here? Because I mean, everything is florals, right? We go with florals all the time. I have Tim Holtz people, but I don't have access to them right now because they're like I told you in another video, trying to find my floor, trying to reset after my long 100 days project of trying to do 100 days in a row of videos, and I was successful for the most part. I doubled up on some days with multiple videos, so I missed a day or two, so I'm still gonna say I did the 100 days, okay? Y'all forgive me, right? And so now I'm trying to just organize and get my stuff together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the one in my hand is 10. Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna put you guys on hold and I'm gonna clean this area up and let these guys dry. Okay, so I did take out the heat gun just to kind of help me out. Ooh, we changed the mode. Okay, I like the clear white on this, so let me make sure that that's not... Oh, it is hot, but there's nothing... Well, I don't know if there's anything down there or not. Let's put the heat gun over there. So, I did get some paints on my hands with them flipping and flopping all over the place. And, but for the most part, it dried pretty quick. These dried pretty quick because it was such a light coating on there. And then they did touch, but that's the back, so I don't really mind. These guys, for the most part, dried pretty quickly. So we're going to take those out. And then these guys kind of started trying to curl up, so I kind of faced them down. I am liking how this is looking on the black. So this side, that's how that looks, right? So you can still write over it, but I think it just adds a nice little fun to it. You know, just something different. Okay, so there we go. Okay, anyway, some blotches bigger than others, but that's okay. So this is my splatter box, so I will use this over and over again. I will put like a bounty down here when I spray other little things so that I could have that spray go on something or a piece of cardstock. I didn't think of doing it right now because I did cover almost the entire bottom, but that's usually what I do to the spray boxes that I have, and then I just spray my sprays, move my things around, and then the thing on the bottom gets covered and covered and covered until it's beautiful, and then you use it for something in a craft. Anywho, yeah, so let's go ahead and start to assemblage these guys. So we're not looking at this side, we're looking at this side. We're looking at these. And so we're taking one of these, and we're taking this, for example. We're going to attach this right here. And so do I want to put a green one or do I want to put a purple one? So I think what we're going to do is the usual. You know me, I like to spread it all out. And then do the layering, making sure, not that I'm gonna sit here hemming and hawing, because that's, you know, that's not me, right? I'm just gonna lay out the 5, and then lay out these 5, right? And so we're gonna take one of these to put on each one, okay, like that, no biggie. And then we're going to take our doilies and we're going to place our doilies on them. So I want to place my doily with this one, with that one, with this guy here, and this one probably. For sure that one. This one for sure, this one for sure. Okay, and then, let's see, I'll do that one. Now, which one do I like better? I think that's more interesting, and so we'll do that. And that's basically, that's it. That's how I go. This is what I do. Now if I wanted to be a little lazy, I could staple this, I could do any number of things, but we're going to do our gluing. So I'm just going to stack them up to have some space, because I already know what's going with which one. We didn't do anything with that paper, but that's okay. Alright, and we're going to glue them. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to run glue up and down the back of this. Okay, I'm going to hit the edges, but if I don't get the edges and they don't lay flat, that's not really going to bother me too much, because it's going to add texture and movement if it's not completely glued down. So I'm just gonna hit that up like that. Okay, and then with this one, I'm going to figure out where it is that I want to place this. So I'm gonna do this. Yep, and we're just gonna lightly, because all the holes, you know, it becomes a thing. Da 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 da. And we're going to do that. See, I have glue on the table. No bueno. Let's see. Might need to do a different way. Okay. Yeah. Now this is like super wet. Ugh, no. So we're learning that that's not the way that's not the way to go with a doily. Okay. Let me just spread this out so we don't have any like super streakies. Okay. We're gonna spread that. I need another wipey. These are actually kind of, how do you call it? Dry. I don't know how. I don't know. We found them. I found them in the bedroom, and I was like, they were under something, so they must have fell back. Yeah, November 2023. So yes, that happened. Okay, so let's just clean this up. So we learned from my mistakes. We do not want to do that with the glue stick like that. Too much is also making it flatten out the design, so we'll learn from that. I'm just gonna wipe this a little bit to get some of that haze off. Okay. Okay. Alright, so this guy's gonna sit here. So now, how are we gonna approach this? Well, we're gonna need to glue down the piece, which is this, for sure, right? Look what it does to the glue, kind of tears it all up. We're definitely gonna glue down that piece, okay? And we're gonna just go roughly around the edges, pick it up, place it down onto our base over here. Okay. And then where do we want the purple to go? We want the purple to go here? I think so. So you know what? We're just gonna do that. We're just gonna put a little bit of glue here. Okay. And then I'm going to press that into that glue. So if there's a little bit of lifting, that's fine. We're going to add texture. We're going to flip that over here, and we're going to do the same thing, more or less to where we see that the doily is. Okay. Yep. March. Something fell. Much more successful. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. That's the way we're going to go. So I'm going to do all those. You can watch on fast forward.
Tags and pockets, flips and folds, washi tape and stories told. Paint and stamps begin to play. We craft the stress and doubt away. Yo sono gli artisti, sono tuoi sets. Con papel, con glue, con style. No perfection, just expression. Got our pages of confession. Don't sit back and watch the show. My lovely spectators, let's create.
Okay, so we have our bases prepared. Now we can stop there, throw them into the box, but let's take a look, right? You've got our purple ones, so we flopping from side to side, depending upon where I felt the doily would best be suited. Only had to cut off once. Then with the green ones, the same thing, left or right, didn't matter. I just looked at what other elements on that little strippy paper that I would have liked to have incorporated. Now, we do have the holes. We can add something to that, a dangle of some sort. I was dyeing some cheesecloth the other day, and it had been sitting inside Ziploc baggies for the longest. And then it was so intense. And then when I rinsed them out, this is what I got. It's not bad. It's just, you know, I would have thought that there would be a little bit more. So I don't know if I want to somehow incorporate something. Oh my God, they still feel kind of damp too. So it was funny because like, couple of them are supposed to be purple, couple pink, couple blue, got some blue residual, green, don't know what happened. So we don't know what happened to the green, but yeah, so I have all these little pastel-y colors, and I was thinking maybe to put it, but I don't think it's gonna go with that. right now. So now what can we do to add a little something to it? See, I had some music paper that I had used the other day, right? Yesterday. Do I want to add another layer of paper? Or do we just want to just leave them like that? Or can we incorporate some fabric things, but it doesn't kind of go? So yeah, there's some all over the place. Oh no. What is this? I don't know what this is. Let's see. Can it be something? Because it's circular. Oh, these are the big giant round the buttons. That's so funny, right? I mean, it's interesting. It's something kooky, you know. I don't dislike it. Let's see here. What if we kind of did that? What do you guys think? Right? I'm covering up some of the splatter, but like that one perfect because I didn't like that splatter. And then look. Oh, I think I'm gonna do that. You know what? Why not? Right? Let's see here. Get some colors in here that might work with what's there already. Sure. Look, a purple and green. Perfect. I think this one might be good for the purple and green. Why not? We buy stuff, we like stuff, then we say, how do I use the stuff? Use the stuff. Just use the stuff. It's all good. I think that one looks cool there. Need another kind of, maybe that might go there. Sure, why not? Can we, no. No, not that. This is really obscure, like you can't even tell it's a button. Okay, let's see here. Does this one go? And let's see here. This, no. This, no. This, maybe. Let's see here. What do we think? What are we thinking, guys? What are we thinking? I'm thinking yes. I'm cool with it. I think it's a cute little weird little something different, right? Maybe not this. Maybe let's change some of these out. A little less plastic forward looking. Okay, I had a few more that we hadn't seen yet. Hold up. Dark blue, no. Purple with the string, pink, this green without the little florals. Or maybe this green. So I don't know if I like this white thing there. So let's change that out. Okay, yeah, the white is a little too much. Maybe put that. I like this green and purple going on here. Let's change this one out to green and purple, maybe. And then that one, I need to change that one. I'm not digging the white, the full white. We've got our fake black buttons. I mean, I could over it. Oh. This is be interesting because it has some red. Oh, but it has that stupid white. Okay, one more look through of the white to get rid of that white. It's okay. It's just so dark. Okay, what if we do, no. That's kind of bright, but maybe it'll just be that crazy pop. You know what? I'm gonna go for it because I bought them. I didn't expect them to be this big, but you know what? For me, I'm gonna have fun with it, and I'm gonna it's gonna work. It's gonna work. It works. On my brain, it works. So we're just going to peel these guys up. we're going to kind of see where the roundness is. Put it down and fold it over. And done and done. So I'm really concerned more of like how this looks. It's a little off center, but it's not bad. I don't mind that. We could still add something other, a person, but we can do that later. So I think this is how we're going to finish them off. And just, yeah, call it done and done. So, oh, there's two here. Ooh, no, I don't like this. This, you can't tell what's going on. So that's going to get stuck over there and it's probably going to disappear. We're going to do this again. We're going to look and see how the roundness looks. Looks good to me there. And I'm just going to fold it over. And we're just going to have some fun. You know, some fun. Okay. Okay. Alright. There we go. Yeah. That's just something different. Something different. I really do like this button. It's fun. Okay. Go like that. Yep, that looks good. Anyway, so we're going to end off with this and we're going to leave it, and it's not going to go in my finished box because yes, I'm going to do that now. I'm going to have my finished elements and I'm going to have my stuff that needs a little something something. This one still feels like it needs a little something, so I'm gonna put it in that to finish. So I'm gonna probably have like 3 zones going. I'm gonna have my ephemera boxes where everything has been separated, that's considered completed, which I showed you the hanging file folders for that, and then blank stuff like masterboards and tags and things of that nature that have been cut with no decoration at all. And then an in-between situation where it needs that one little... See, the white. Ugh. How did I miss that, guys? Were you telling me, girl, you forgot one? You were probably saying that. You know what? I'm going to take this black guy right here. This black one. I'm just going to pop that there because, yeah. Don't have the tempo. Actually, it's not bad. So, I take that off. And then, you know, this, there we go. Okay. This makes me think of, what is it, from Batman, the Gremlin? Is that his name? The Hobgoblin? I don't know what the hell these people's names are. I watched the universes, but yeah, that's what it makes me think of, the Goblin. Okay, so we are almost done, and yeah, just a little sit down, craft it up, use some black bases and make some, you know, some ephemera pieces on the way to completion. And yeah, maybe a little inspired to use some black. I think people shy away from the black. And also maybe use some kooky, because, you know, can also shy away from the kooky. I don't know. But we got to use what you own. So I'm using what I own. Use what I own. Hashtag use what I own from Deb, the Creative Book Shack. That's her hashtag. So I'm gonna, you know, add that in my description because I'm just pressing it down better. So there we go, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this little foray down to my first mixed media on television, on screen. So we just have, you know, these little cards, some writing space. Yeah, some of it's been occupied, but it still has some space to do something. So we've got our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 purple ones. Lovely. With their backs. And then our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green ones, and our backs all ready to go. Put it in my to be finished box, not my raw box. My raw box is not. This is just one more step. A little person, a floral, some other kind of iconography. So anyway, if you're new and you've been here this long and you've enjoyed the content, please consider subscribing, share the video, tell your friends about me. I'm sure they'll have a great laugh. If you've been a subscriber for a minute, thank you so much for coming back. Always and always it is much appreciated. A comment would be fantastic. A like would be awesome. And yeah, just, you know, keep your eyes peeled for me and my shenanigans, because I'm back to making videos. I had my little break, and with me, I don't have a set schedule yet, so I may do multiple videos in one day. I may do a week worth of videos and skip a day. I don't know yet. You tell me what you guys like. That's what you could tell me in the comments. Do you like to know that Monday is blah blah blah, Tuesday is blah blah blah, Wednesday she's on vacation, whatever. But until the next time, thank you so much again for coming, and I will see you. Ciao ciao, bye.